And we're on. All right, everybody. Hello and welcome. My name is Christine Fraser. I'm the founder of Inner Glow Getter, where I help people to incorporate higher plant-based diets so that they can live a healthy, more fulfilling life. So I'm here with Bianca. Thank you so much for joining me, Bianca. It's so amazing and exciting for me to be able to share people's stories. So can you just tell me a little bit of who you are, what you do, where you're from, in the before kind of version of yourself?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm in Red Deer, Alberta.
Mm-hmm.
I work in accounting. I do books for a lot of different corporations and actually individuals. So I have a very busy work life. And before, I was basically, nothing was clicking. I didn't have the energy. I didn't have the focus. It was like going from day to day with nothing. And so this has been a huge change for me, and it's affected every area of my life. So,
And what was your lifestyle like before, like from a food perspective, from like
food. Oh my goodness. Some days I would just eat total crap food. Some days I would have no breakfast and like one meal a day because work was too much, and I just really ate unhealthy.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really worry about what was going into my body. And so I wouldn't have a clue if I was getting all the nutrients I needed to get. So yeah, it was just, I want to say it's normal. That was a norm for most people that I see. So now I know that is not normal. So,
And what
yeah.
other unhealthy habits did you have?
Oh, I smoked.
Mm-hmm.
That's an ongoing battle.
Mm-hmm.
I was a very heavy drinker.
Yes.
So yeah, my drink was wine, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I drank more wine than I probably ate food in the day. So yeah, I really didn't take care of myself.
And what do you feel was a shifting point for you of wanting to make a change?
Um, well, no, my mom actually,
Mm-hmm.
she had worked with you, and she kept going on. You have to get on. She'd give me your email, and she send me videos and do all this stuff. She said, you have to talk to this lady. You have to. And I said, oh, well, okay, yeah, mom, yeah. Finally, I think about 6 months after that, I thought, okay, she's not going to let up. I better get hold of this lady.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got hold of you, and before I knew it, I was on the phone with you, and you were telling me things that I needed to hear,
Mm-hmm.
and you had the resources to help me make those changes, because
Yeah.
I'm not exactly I'm a kind of a little bit stubborn. So yeah, and you were telling me what I needed to know,
Yeah.
and how to basically you were going to help you. I knew you were going to be the person to help me.
Beautiful. And probably because I'm Albertan and I can relate to everything that you just said. And I feel like it's like that, that, like you said, it's kind of like this normalcy of the way people eat and the fast food and the not eating and living off of coffee and drinking so much is just, it's almost considered normal. And
Yeah,
like
it
you
is.
said, and I agree. I come back, even having been in Bali for 2 years and coming back, and it's a little bit of a culture shock to me to see what is considered normal and how different you feel when you're like, but this is the way. This is the way.
Yeah, it's I mean, my first time shopping, I took my daughter with me, and we're kind of going through, I'm going like, Google this. I have no idea what this is, where to
Mhm.
find it. Now it's the norm for me. Like I go straight fruit and vegetables, and down the organic aisle, and I'm learning where to get certain foods, and we're learning the difference between foods, uh, the difference between like a normal milk and an almond milk, and how you feel when you put it in your body. It's completely different. Uh,
Mhm.
yeah, even the vegetables in that. I was down at that farmer's market
Mhm.
every Saturday last summer, just because I could tell the difference between what I was getting out of the supermarket as versus what I was getting fresh down there.
Yeah. And how do
You
you feel like
learn,
you
yeah.
implemented a much higher plant-based diet, if not if fully plant-based for at least a period of time, if not continuing?
Yeah, I think I probably implement meat at the most 2 times a month,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's just
amazing.
because I'm going out with my daughter for a lunch or something like that.
Yeah. And how do you feel like it impacted, like your physical activity even levels and your drinking levels? How do you feel like that's shifted now?
I just, on one day when I started, I was busy. I was learning. I was excited, and there was really no room for me to sit on my couch and down wine at night. I was either trying to learn how to meditate, or I was looking to try yoga, or there were so many things that were new and exciting to try. So it really keeps you busy, and when you do these things, you feel really good. And it's
Hmm.
really noticeable at first for me. So basically, you really just, you felt good, and you don't have any, you don't want to go back,
Yeah.
So yeah,
And
it was really, really noticeable
you've
for
been
me.
doing yoga practice and getting more at the gym. And I love what you said about who you spend your time with now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, I joined Planet Fitness here, and I love it. I go there, and probably I try to get there 5 days a week,
Hmm.
and it tires me out. So I'm sleeping better.
Hmm.
And even there, I've started setting goals at the gym, and so you're always learning, and you're always pushing for more, and
Hmm.
the better you feel, the more you want to push.
Yeah. You're more
So
into like
yeah,
self growth. And now how do you feel like your focus and everything has been?
my focus at work was extremely, extremely good. That was really noticeable. My moods weren't as I, up and down.
Mhm.
And I was able to handle the stresses better,
Yeah.
be able to put those into perspective.
Hmm.
And I just wasn't burnt out all the time, because again, I'm eating properly, I'm getting exercise. You
Hmm.
you feel better. I mean, you can work better when you feel good.
Now, a lot of people say that they say don't have time to get healthy, or they don't have time for the gym. They don't have time to meditate. What would you say to those people now?
I would say you need to do it. You need to make the time, because that's going to make everything else better in your life.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, yeah, you're going to get up an hour earlier in the morning, and I do that faithfully. I get up an hour earlier. That's a lie. I've probably a few times I've slipped, but
Yeah. That's
and immediately I get up. I do a good morning yoga stretch, and then I do usually about a 5-minute meditation, just to kind of get going in the day,
hmm.
and then I journal with my water, and that sets a tone for my day. If it's
Yeah.
going to be a stressful day, I write out I am statements to deal with that, or I go on Pinterest and get some positive affirmations. They have a
Hmm.
bunch of morning ones, and I write those. And by the time we're done that, I've drank my water, my 1 liter of water I like to drink in the morning,
Yeah.
and off we go. And you got a
Amazing.
good start. You're awake. You're not like getting up out of bed and rushing around and then head out the door. You're prepared, I guess is
Yeah.
what you want to call it.
Yeah. And as you know, we talk a lot about how your inner creates the outer. And as we nourish the body, the physical body with food, hydration, physical activity,
Yeah.
that also starts to translate in the outer. And you've already kind of expressed that you had more greater focus, you felt better,
Yeah.
like emotionally more stable, but also we talk about the glow magnet training in the course, and which some people call like manifesting, or like just becoming a magnet to sort of more miracles in your life. How do you feel, without going into too much detail, but I know some of your own exciting things coming, but how do you feel that impacted your life?
Well, I mean, you start manifesting. I'd never heard of it before. And and then when I first learned about it, I'm like, well, this is crazy. Like, why are we doing this? But I started using it, and you basically think that you're in the position and that you want to be in, and
Hmm.
you write it down. And I don't know whether it's maybe it's a magnet thing. You draw the people in that are going to help you get there,
Hmm.
or something happens. Like it happened to me, and I was going like, oh my God, like this is happening. And I think the whole program, you're like a magnet. You're bringing in that. You're all of a sudden working with the people that are going to get you to where you want to be,
Hmm.
and you're not dealing with the people that are like naysays, because you know what, they're just basically, they're going to go nowhere. I just say it. There's truth for
Yeah,
you.
it's like your mental state creates your reality.
Yeah. Like if you
Control.
think you are, eventually you're going to get there.
Yeah.
You know, and you just have to. If you have a dream, just you're the only one that can make it happen. And this is huge. this is a good way to do it, because you're already living like you're in that position, if that makes any sense. It's hard to explain, it really is, but you got to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, amazing. So thinking about the people out there that are in that position where they are, you, how many months ago, 6 months to a year ago even, where they're going to work, they're stressed out, they're smoking every day, they're drinking at the end of the day, and that becomes almost like, I think too, from my perspective, I know like it's hard to imagine yourself not doing those things, and you kind of almost identify with that just being who you are, and you're like, well, I just smoke, I like it, or it's just what I need to do, because people they don't even realize their own addictions, and that they're actually very easy to overcome in a way, but if people don't have that roadmap, it can be challenging. So what would you say to those people out there that are sort of in that position of what are some first steps for them to realize what's ahead of them and what they're capable of?
I'd say, well, I jumped right in, so, but that's just my personality. I would just say you have to just do it. And I mean, at first when I started, I was a little scared. It was like, okay, I'm going to fail at this. I know I am. But the more I got into it, and that really it can be done. If you want to quit smoking, you'll quit smoking.
Yeah.
But you'll, with the other learnings that I've gotten out of this, it promotes that. I mean, it comes right back to when you feel good, then your body knows that you feel good. And your body's going to say, hey, you're going to have that cigarette, and then your body's going to feel like crap. And you're going to go, hey, okay, that's not working for me anymore.
Yeah. And to know that it's like a big part of it too is self-acceptance. And that is going along is like to, I've always said, like, I'm not going to teach you how to quit smoking. I'm going to teach you how to accept that you're a smoker and to let it go. It's almost like I love and accept you. And if this is what you need to do right now, and we're going to go through different phases in our lives. And even as you get healthier, there's times where you drop again, and it's like, that's okay too. It's like sort of, but always holding that intention of moving through and working towards those healthier choices, because they change your life in all aspects.
Yeah, they do. And once you get there, then you kind of don't realize, why were you living the way you were before? It just makes no sense anymore.
Yeah. What do you think held you back from ever shifting before?
Really, I just didn't know. I mean, I knew about all these things out there, but I didn't know your way, honestly. And what held me back, I just didn't know. I didn't know what was out there. I didn't know it wasn't. It's never been presented to me in a package like you did.
Yeah.
With all of it, it's all a complete lifestyle change. And so the way you did it, it wasn't about you didn't push. You just guided.
Yeah.
Because I like a lot of people, if somebody pushed me, I back off.
Yeah.
Right. But how you have things laid out there was,
that's why I think I'm more of like a puller, like, just try this.
Yeah, exactly. And you made it doable. I mean, it's doable. It's not like you wake up one day and you're, this yoga expert and you're meditating. You learn it, and you learn the reasons why. And that makes a huge difference.
Yeah. Beautiful.
So I would, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I think that's some great information for people. And for
Hopefully.
those of you I mean, it's nice to see other people's journeys, right? Because other people can relate to that. And I get it too, because I went on the journey myself, and then that's why I'm so passionate about teaching and sharing this, because it's easier than you think. You feel better than you think. And you can get results quicker than you think too. It can happen very quickly. Like you said, even when you just sort of dive in and you're there, really.
Yeah. And it doesn't, as you're doing it, you're learning, and it really does. It isn't hard. Like, you don't have to give up everything right away. But you're busy enough, and you're learning about so many things that you just kind of do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That makes sense.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story. I really appreciate your time. And for those of you listening and want to get your own healthy kickstart, you can go to innerglowgetter.com, and you can actually download your free healthy kickstart package from there. There's a little recipe pack that you can kick off with, and we can share with you when we're opening enrollments for our Inner Glow School program next. So thanks for listening, everybody. If you have any comments, just post below, and I'm here to answer any questions as well. So post below any questions, and thanks for joining us.